Hello, this is Jeff from Baron Leathercraft, and today we are going to do a review on the Sculpfun ICUBE 10-watt laser. I want to thank Sculpfun for sending me this laser to do an unbiased review, and let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Within this well-packaged box, you will find a metal plate so you can do your engraving on top of. You also get two pairs of filters actually. There's one already installed in the machine, and then they give you an extra set. You also get the U-shaped shield to protect your eyes and keep the smoke within the machine. You get the laser module within this kit. There was a 10-watt laser module. Of course, you get the laser engraver, and as you see, there's a power adapter to run the machine. You get a lens repair kit, which comes with tools and an extra lens. You get a Type-C USB cable. You get a power cord. You get goggles to protect your eyes if you're not using the U-shaped screen. They also send you a piece of MDF and a piece of basswood board. That way you can go ahead and just start engraving as soon as you get the machine out of the box. Sculpfun also sent me their Air Assist kit, which consists of an air pump, air assist nozzle, honeycomb plate, air hose, Allen key, sealing washers, 3 of them, cable clamps, and zip ties. Since this is a 10-watt laser, it's very capable of cutting. It actually cuts really well. So you're going to want to use air assist. I hardly ever use air assist while I'm engraving. I actually very little just to keep some airflow to blow away the smoke. But when I'm cutting, I use it usually on full power. The air assist is controllable through Lightburn, so you can turn it on or off on each layer. You can turn it on for your cutting layers and shut it off for your engraving layers if you desire. Installing the air assist was very easy. Basically, you're running a wire and a hose through the back of the machine, then you're plugging them into the proper places. Sculpfun has a great video that shows you how to install the air assist. Sculpfun has recently upgraded their motherboard, so make sure that the video you're watching applies to the actual motherboard that you have in your device. Here I am putting the power cable into the actual laser module, and then I'm going to go ahead and close up the machine. There is software that you can install onto your Android or iOS device. This software will let you engrave or cut right from your phone. But for me, what I thought was an excellent selling point and something that I will always look for in a laser is that I could run this laser from my Windows machine via Bluetooth, and it's easy to set up. That means a lot for me. The fact that this machine is Bluetooth means that I could pick it out of a list in Lightburn and it will recognize that it's being chosen. And if I have another laser, which I do, that runs on Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, I can then switch to that machine effortlessly. So I don't have to drag my computer anywhere or switch cables or anything like that. That's one of the nice things about this machine. I could be actually cutting a pattern out on my stronger, faster laser and also do some engraving on this machine at the same time. If you have a piece of material that's too big for the machine, that's okay. Just place it under. Now you're able to move the machine when necessary and slide your material. Focusing this laser is very simple. There's a focusing arm that you bring down on the laser. Then you want to go ahead and put your laser over the material that you plan on engraving. Go ahead and let the focus arm touch the material you plan on engraving, tighten up the laser, and then go ahead and bring back the focusing arm. There's many different ways you can go ahead and align your material to be engraved or cut. In this case, I'm going to use the honeycomb board that they gave me, and I'm going to go ahead and tape down the material. Then I'll go ahead and set the machine to frame, and then I'll just adjust the material as necessary, making sure that my material is in line with the laser and everything is in place. Now I'll go ahead and put the protective screen onto the machine as carefully as possible in order to not move my material. This was the only con that I personally ran into while using this machine. I found that I had to lift the front of the machine slightly in order to get the safety screen in. This leaves room to accidentally shift the material, which never happened to me. Alright, now let's go ahead and start engraving and cutting some wood. Now, I was surprised actually on how well the filter worked. Of course, you could smell it. It doesn't stop everything, but it was tolerable. You definitely want to be in a well-ventilated room if you're going to run this thing all day. But considering there was no exhaust system running out the window, I was surprised on how well the filter actually worked. And this one I did at 4,000 millimeters a minute and 3 at 70% power. And it came out a nice chocolate color. And if you look at the details of the face and the scales along the dragon and the face of the tiger, it came out really nice. This coaster was created at 4,000 millimeters a minute and 70% power. And as you see, it came out really nice. This took about 32 minutes to do. It's a 4-inch by 4-inch coaster, and it has a lot of detail. As you notice, there is not a spot that has not been engraved. When it comes to working with leather, make sure you secure it down, just like on any other machine. Keep in mind that you want to use a flat piece of leather because you don't want it curling up on you. As soon as the leather hits the nozzle or any part of that laser module, it's going to shift and it's going to ruin your artwork. I went ahead and taped it down. This is a precaution I would use with any other machine. Since the honeycomb bed is not able to receive any plugs, or it's also aluminum so it won't handle magnets, I found tape worked fine. I engraved this at 5,000 millimeters a minute and 50% power, and I went ahead and cut it at 90% power and 300 millimeters a minute. This is the speed and power that I find has always consistently worked well for me when it comes to a 10-watt laser. As you see, it came out excellent. The laser engraves very well when it comes to leather and wood and any material I've used so far. The engraver did an excellent job with glass. I engraved it at 1,000 millimeters a minute and 70% power. So far, while engraving all of these materials, I've been using the same settings that I do normally for all my 10-watt lasers, and it has been consistent so far every time. In conclusion, I like the Sculpfun 10-watt iCube. I found it engraved really well and it cut really well. It's a 10-watt laser that seems to be a powerful 10-watt laser. I was surprised about how efficient the filter was. Without the filter, there's no way you could use a laser within the house. And when you're dealing with leather, if it smelled like bacon, wonderful, but it doesn't. So you definitely need a filtration system. And the built-in system seems to work pretty well. The fact that Bluetooth is accessible on this device is excellent. That means every time I want to move this machine within Bluetooth range, I don't have to move my computer along with it. If you happen to own more than one laser because you like the differences in power, you don't have to undo cables or any of that. You could just simply choose it in Lightburn and move to a different laser. The only con I ran into was putting the protective screen on. I found that the front of the machine sagged just a little bit and could probably use a little reinforcement. Besides that, I like the machine. It's small, it could fit just about anywhere, it has a built-in enclosure. A machine like this would be good for making coasters or patches that you can sew onto the top of your hats. I know there's people that like to make cards for people. It's a small machine that fits perfectly on your desktop. It engraves and cuts really well, and I could see many purposes for this. It's just a simple machine that works really well, and it's small. I hope this review was able to convey the quality that this laser module is able to output. Once again, thank you for watching. I got new videos coming out all the time. If you don't mind giving this video a like, that would be great. If you want to subscribe and you're interested in this kind of content, by all means, please do. Anyway, everyone be good to each other. Take care. Thank you.